WhiskyJason here, whiskey from the viewpoint of an American over here in Germany. This time definitely tasting rare and exotic whiskey. Ardnamurchan, well, not that rare. Cask number 1104, single cask, that makes it rare, 354 bottles. Vintage, distilled 2016, bottled 2022, 59.9% ABV. And this is a Germany single cask exclusive first fill Spanish oak PX sherry hogsheads. A lot of words in there. First fill, very good. Spanish oak, very good. PX sherry, very nice. Hogshead, a seasoned cask, which is not bad. All right, so we're gonna pour this in here, and I have a Whiskybase number 223533, and this went for 129 euros originally. I like the design. You can actually see through here and see where your bottle level is. I have 1 dram left in here, so this was mine, the last little part. The dog tag, no, don't need it. What are you going to do with this anyways? I don't know. I mean, all right. We're supposed to be sustainable. I mean, there's no packaging, but we get a dog tag, and it just climpers, it just bangs around, and I don't know. All right, so now Roy and his entire community love Ardnamurchan. We over here have a German importer who has worked with Adelphi now for, I'm going to say, 15 years. And when Adelphi said, we have a new distillery, would you be interested in being the yes, he said. So yes, I would love to be the importer also for Ardnamurchan and for all of Germany. So we get special things. We get single casks. We get a lot of the other special releases. I did a video about the Madeira this small batch release. Now I have a single cask for Germany. I like the fact that they do peated and unpeated, and with their normal releases they mix them so that it's not too peaty, but this was a peated. And I do love the fact that they have a QR code. So if you look over here, I'm going to allow this to be on the screen for a second. You can actually take a screenshot of the screen and then actually go to the same website I was at. So you would find out, for example, that this here has the standard, more or less, of a Ardnamurchan bottle. I find it weird that the normal bottlings, I can actually have the bottle number here. There's 354, no bottle number. All right, so we have bottled by Kelly Combe. It was bottled on the 16th of November, 2022. If we go down here to our barley, we find out it's from the farm called Broom Hall. It's Concerto, which is very, very nice. The mashing is standard, almost the same thing. Nick Doctory did it. 65, 86, 98 degrees Celsius, what they do for the 3 maltings. The fermentation, also here, Gordon Mackenzie, 76 hours standard. The distillation, almost standard, also Gordon Mackenzie again. So we start off going down the first, we have the heads, the hearts, and the tails. So we start with the hearts at 72.5%. They distill it down to 65.7, which is not very far into the tail. So that's very, very interesting. So I've known people go down much further, but hey, only 65.7, especially with peated whiskey. They like to go often down them a little bit further, but they didn't do that here. All right, the maturation was, as we've already mentioned, a hogshead. It was Spanish oak. It was Pedro Jimenez. It was peated, and it was distilled 2016, and cask number 1104. So you're probably going to ask yourself, what is Jason going to compare this to? I have a surprise. All right, pull out the glass, pull out the little sample bottle, and show, bing, 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 I hope now, the bottle. This is Whiskybase number 120083. This was the limited release from Ardnamurchan themselves. This is in a first fill ex-sherry cask. There was 4,916 bottles back then in 2018 with 55.3%. They ran about 100 euros, at least now they're running at about 100 euros. Do I have any information here about what the original prices were? Nope. So can't find any prices back then, but at the moment Whiskybase says the average price is around 99 euros, and this is calculated 1 year of age. It's not even 2 years of old. So 1 year, 1.5, 1 3/4, 1 and 11 months, and so on. So this was bottled 2018. This was distilled, if I remember correctly, also 2016. Just barely missed a 2-year-old mark. It was not bottled, it was not sold as whiskey, it was sold as a spirit. So I have here basically almost the 6-year-old version, and now I have the almost 2-year-old version. I think that's fascinating that you can actually grow up with a distillery. Now, I tried this back then and I was like, wow, this is really interesting. And so another person bought a cask or 2 casks, and it was like he did a cask share, just like we do bottle shares. And I bought some shares, and so soon I'm going to be getting from our single cask from Ardnamurchan some bottles. Yay! Some single casks from a private cask. Very, very nice. So 53.3, 59.9 on the nose. The thing that really, really pleasantly surprises me is absolute zero. I mean nil. I mean nada. No alcohol burn. I get a barbecue, like a barbecue Pringles, a barbecue potato chip. It's that peatiness mixed together with the fruitiness of the Pedro Jimenez, with the wood, the European oak, and the maltiness all coming together very, very nicely. This is a fairly good nose. I am not a peathead. I am not someone who gravitates towards peated whiskey. I do review them, I do taste them, but it's not something that I would actually go out and buy for myself. Going back here to our basically 1-year-old spirit, the peatiness and the smoke of this is a little bit younger. It's a little bit more like a fireplace soot. It's a little bit more of if you have a campfire and you have to extinguish it very quickly just by pouring water on the logs, and you smell that charcoal log. That's what I'm getting a little bit here. I do get maybe a little bit of vanilla and a little bit of the berry note going on here. Nice, better. 6-year-old, one, and I don't know. So cheers. Now, the 59.9% are evident. There's a lot of heat going on here. I'm going to dilute this down. There is a lot of peat going on here. I do not personally know at what range they peat their malt. Is it 35? Is it 40? Is it 50? Is it 3,000? No. But my mouth says this is going to be at 35 to 45 ppm. Peated whiskey. There is a maltiness. There is a raisin PX moment going on. There is the peat and sherry often go together very, very nicely. And there's a nice harmony going on here. Well done. Put a little bit of water in here. I like to dilute it down. Right around 50%. There's a chocolatey, creamy goodness about this whiskey. Not much in the way of any type of youth. It is 6 years of age already. Already 6 years. There's still that campfire moment going on. A little bit of that chimney soot going on there. Some people love it. And there's a fruitiness, a little bit of blackberries, raspberries going on in the background, and just rounding it all out. This is going to be like a C+ whiskey, even for me as not a peathead. If you're a peathead, you might actually go above. 88.26 points here. We have some 91s, 90s, 89s, 88s, 87, and 86. And one guy, Archer, he didn't like it, gave it an 82. He just found it a little bit too hot. I don't. With water, I do. Absolutely nice. And this is a single barrel cask strength, so I can put any water I want to, especially if it's over 59.9%. Value for money, 129 euros. That's where it gets a little difficult. This is a 6-year-old whiskey. That's 20 some euros per year. That's a lot of money for that, to be honest. Do I really want to pay that money for that much money for this? Me personally, no. But I do actually know there are people out there that are Ardnamurchan fans, and some of them are actually saying, and I'm going to repeat this in all confidentiality, that Ardnamurchan is the next Springbank. Shh, don't tell anyone. Shh. Yeah, we can't get Springbank anymore. The prices have just gone out of our reach, and so now what we're gravitating to instead is Ardnamurchan. When Ardnamurchan is coming to age with there will be soon 8 years. There'll be after that 10-year-old whiskey that is just fabulous, and people are just loving it. So think and look for good single barrels, good releases from Ardnamurchan. I don't think you'll be disappointed. The Spirit. What really fascinates me is the youthfulness of the peat. There's much more of a peaty type, a citrus type of like a hydrocarbon moment going on here, almost like motor oil. Here it's not dulled down, it's rounded, it's complexer. There's more of an integration, but young, strong peat is here. And I'm sure many people tried this and were like, I want to buy a barrel. I want to be part of this wonderful thing that's happening at Ardnamurchan. And that was way back in 2018. I remember hearing about Ardnamurchan the very first time. This was one of the very first samples I ever had from them. It's like, what is that? What are they so excited about? They don't have whiskey. It's a 1-year-old product. Hey, what's going on here? And it was absolutely fantastic. And so it has a lot of potential, and it's actually delivering already at this moment in 2023 on that potential. And we're going to be excited to figure out what Ardnamurchan is going to do in the future as well. All right, so my question of the day is twofold. As usual, what is your first of all, what is your favorite Ardnamurchan bottling? And second fold is, as I said, peat and sherry often goes perfectly together. What peated sherried whiskey can you recommend to the community? So write it down in the chat. I don't review very many peated whiskeys. Now's your time to shine, Jan. Now's your time to reveal your wisdom that I don't have. Thank you very much for watching, liking, subscribing, sharing. Single barrel for Germany. Probably not see it anywhere outside of Germany. Even on the auction sites, I don't think there'll be that many of those out there. So, I kept my promise. Rare and exotic whiskeys. See you soon. Bye-bye.